Hey guys, Gnogard. So yesterday we hit 10,000 views on my VW video, and I just wanted to thank everyone for watching. It's really means a lot to me. So thanks everyone who watched that, and if you didn't, check it out if you're into the TCG. It's the Punk Virtual World version. Today we're going to be back actually with some Duel Links. So I haven't played Duel Links in a while, but they brought out PK, as you can see here, and it's the best decks, and I'm a big PK fan, so I just got it, played it a bit, dropped the game for a bit, and then I thought, hey, the PK box actually had some other cards, and specifically the Earth Machines. So I looked into what you can do with them, and they have actually some good cards, but we cannot use them yet, like Spin Turn. So this card is searchable off of Drag Shovel, and it's a searchable disruption, it's a monster pop, but we don't have the Xyz to use with it. So it needs an Earth Machine Xyz type monster, so I have to wait for that. But I came up with something else. Shout out to the dad on the Duel Links meta Discord. He started the idea of playing a mix-in Karakuri engine, and I thought, hey, we can build on that. So this is the list I came up with. It's 21 cards. If you want to go down to 20, you can cut a tech card. That's fine. I calc the probability of opening combo, and it's like 70% if you have 21 cards and 74 if you would run 20. So I thought the trade-off of having one more tech card is worth the 4%, because the ladder is full of back row decks, and I wanted to fit in the MSTs here. Obviously, you can play whatever you want. As you can see, I only have 2 Book of Moons, so that's a Floodgate trap hole in here. So what does this deck try to do? The deck is built around Infinitrack Karakuri, which on summon you can special summon an Earth Machine from your hand, and then you can target another machine type monster you control, and you add both levels, and both monsters become that level. That effect doesn't come up that often here, because you just want to go like 4 plus 3 for a 7, or 4 plus 4 for an 8 into the Beret or Boredo. Now, one note though, we are playing Beatdown as a skill, so the level modulation effect actually comes up sometimes. If you need some extra damage, you can just go Anchor Drill, target something else, both become over level 5, and then you just go Beatdown. So keep that in mind for that effect. Otherwise, you don't really use that effect, because you don't have Xyz plays outside of Gear Gigant X, which can fix some like bad bricked hands. Alright, so let's go through the cards card by card. One Kunamzan. It is necessary to play first, because we play the one Inashishi. He's not part of the main combo beat, but it's just a 1 card starter, which why not run it, right? So you run that, and the Kunamzan, he's also a target if you have Bure and a level 3. Then you can special the level 5 with the Bure and go from there. That actually comes up if you have Anchor Drill and Ninishi and another level 3 tuner. So you go Anchor Drill, special Ninishi, summon another level 3, then you go into Bure. Bure specials out the Kunamzan, and then Kunamzan plus the level 3 goes into Boredo. And then he's also level 5, which helps you for beatdown lethals. Then we play 2 Ninishi, it's at 2, so we max out on it. It's the better tuner to draw. Also, it helps you extend if you draw a lot of monsters. It actually lets you play more cards from your hand onto the board, which lets you draw later. I will explain in a bit. Then, first I had 3 Nishipashi, and then I was doing the calcs, and I was like, if I had a 4th Nishipashi, then I could actually go over 70% with the consistency. And then I searched for level 3 Earth Machine Tuner, and there was nothing really. Like, you have to see, it's really a shame. Earth Machine, level 3 tuner. And then you can see you have stuff like Synchro Magnet that you can special, and all these cards are practically vanilla, so I didn't want to play that, and I was like, wait, we can just run a level 4, and then we just go Anchor Drill, level 4, directly into Boredo, which is even better. So then I saw there's a Karakuri that has level 4. It's the dog, also only 600 attack, which is sad. I wish there was something more offensive for better lethal lines, but this card can actually also help you with lethal. I'll also show you that. Then last, Nishipashi, he's a level 3 tuner, but also he triggers Burrito. And more importantly, this deck is very good at playing through Floodgate Traphold because of Nishipashi. I have a couple replays for that. Then we play the 1-odd Infinitrack Tunneler. You can tribute an Earth Machine monster, special summon it. It's level 5, so you have a level 3 plus this is Burrito. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 5 Earth Machine type monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, draw 2 cards. So in your turn 1 combo, you can draw up to 4 cards by resolving Burrito twice, and then go Infinitrack Tunneler for draw 2 more cards. So that's the fun aspect of this deck and the good turn 1. Then you have some couple decks, MST, Book, Floodgate, Traphold, play whatever you like here. And heavy forward, when this card is activated, you can add an Infinitrack monster from your deck to your hand. The other effect is not really relevant. You can attach it to an Xyz monster you control. We only play the Jäger and the X. Not gonna come up, but this gives you extra consistency, so we basically have 6 Anchor Drill, and if you have the Anchor Drill and the Heavy Forward, you can use the Heavy Forward to get the Tunneler, which extends your play even further, because the standard play is just Anchor Drill plus a tuner into a Karakuri, and then set some back row. But if you have an extra Heavy Forward or you have the Tunneler, you can go for the extended line of play. That's it for the deck list. We run the one-off cash-in because sometimes we just search stuff off Inishishi if we already have this, or if we go Anchor Drill into Ninishi, into Inashishi, then we just get some extra defense. Searchable defense, very good. This is a very good disruption because it's a double disruption. You can negate and change the position of a monster. It triggers Burrito for the draw, and because it has a grave effect, it's also good versus MST. Alright, so let's hop into some replays. We're at Legend 3. I had to grind up a lot from like when I last played, but we actually had some very good win rate. As you can see, we are 8-2 over the last 10 games, and a lot of these have been very interesting. So let's start off with the first replay. Is versus Zero, where I just wanted to show you, this is a grindier game, so I didn't know if I wanted to show it at the end of the video or at the beginning, because this actually shows like the standard line of play, and then we go into a bit more of a grind game. This deck actually doesn't have the best grind game because it's more of an aggro deck, so decks that abuse Kite Road or something are your bane, especially like Fire Kings. You just like, you get out grinded. So as you can see, we have the standard combo of Anchor Drill, a tuner, and an extender in form of Heavy Forward, so we can get the Tunneler. So what do we do with this? We go Heavy Forward, search for the Tunneler, normal summon Drill, special the tuner, and then we synchro into Bure. Bure will then get another tuner. Make sure to get the Ninishi because you want the Nishipashi in deck so that you can trigger your Buredos. And then you go Tunneler, tribute the Bure, and then 3 + 5 is 8. Go into Burrito, Burrito special, summon Nishipashi, switch itself, draw a card, and then you use the 8 and the 3 to go into Star Eater. Now Star Eater is just in here because it's a level 11, the only level 11 that we have, and that lets you put 2 more Earth Machines into the grave. As you can see, we have, outside of the Tunneler, we now have 6. Due to us synchroing into the Star Eater. So we can now go Tunneler, banish, shuffle back the 2 extra deck monsters, so you want to draw back row or tech cards off of this, so you shuffle 2 synchros in your deck, and then you have a higher chance of actually finding your tech cards. So you shuffle everything in, draw 2, that's a Book of Moon, very happy. So opponent is playing TG, special summons the Striker, special summons the Wolf, and I decide to Floodgate the Wolf here. Because we have a Book of Moon, so if they summon something else here, we can book that too and then grind out the board. But I don't want them to go into the level 5 here because then they have 2 slots open and they can extend from there. We don't have the Karakuri negate, so I just wanted to shut that down. So they just set another monster and pass. From here on out, we go Anchor Drill, special summon the dog, and go into another Burrito. Burrito will then special summon Nishipashi, which switches itself to defense. I could have summoned it in defense, switched it in attack, and then attack every monster, but then they would get TG searches and have a free field, whereas this is floodgated, so we can actually take it a bit slower because they can't extend that hard. So I decided to just pass, accumulate some more resources, go Burrito, switch this into attack, and then I go for the attack on the 2 monsters that are not floodgated. So they search the Falco and they go Catapult. Catapult, I'm gonna flip that down. I'm just gonna outgrind the names here. So here I decide to actually, because they only had 2 monsters, I wanted to get in some damage. They get the search, but I felt pretty safe with the 2 back row that I have because they didn't activate MST the last turn, so they'd have to top deck it. So they go Catapult Dragon to special. I know that TG doesn't play like a 4, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna negate the Catapult Dragon here, and then I have a 2 and a 2, and that's it. So I negate here, and I also get another draw off of Burrito. So they special summon the 1, and I was like, okay, now they can go into a 5. I think I should flip down their tuner. So I flip the tuner, and they have enough, and they just go out. That's the, good combo. So the next combo is even cooler. So if you have the same combo, but you start with dog instead of a 3, you can actually get an extra draw. So that's why dog is actually better, but you need 2 Nishipashi. I would like to play 3 dog, 1 Nishipashi, but you need 2 Nishipashi because for the dog combo you have to resolve 2 of them to get 2 Burrito draws. So we're up against Blue Eyes, we go first, and as you can see we have Extender, Drill, and Dog, and a tech card. Very good. Heavy forward, search the Tunneler, normal Anchor Drill. Note here, when I go first, I just activate heavy forward from the start. If you go second, you obviously want to keep the heavy forward because, for example, they disrupt the Anchor Drill, but you have some techs. Then you can, for the next turn, defend yourself and go heavy forward, get another Anchor Drill, normal summon it, and then go into Gear Gigant X, which in this case I didn't play yet. I had Onimaru, but after this I actually thought Gear Gigant X is better. So yeah, then you can go the Gear Gigant X, search the level 2 Karakuri, which then goes into a combo. But in this case we have a dog, so we go into a Burrito, special summon the first Nishipashi, targeting itself, draw a card, Tunneler, tribute the Burrito. It's fine because we just cycle through all of our Earth machines. Get Burrito number 2, which then summons another Nishipashi. Note, if you have a Nishipashi in hand, you actually don't miss out on the draw, because what you do is you just summon Ninishi from the deck instead in this case, and you, if this was in the hand and this was in the deck, we would special Ninishi, and then you can normal summon the Nishipashi, switch itself, and then draw the extra card regardless. So this is draw number 2, and then we go into Star Eater, Tunneler effect, 1, 2. The nice thing about Tunneler is also you shuffle back, you cycle through your extra deck monsters, and obviously that depletes your extra deck, but you just shuffle them back and you basically just see, we have 6, so we have all our plays again. We only have the Star Eater on board obviously, and we get the draws. So Book of Moon, Floodgate set, and it's our opponent's turn. They just set 2 and pass. I was like, okay, if those are Floodgates, they actually go Karma Cut on my Star Eater here, which doesn't make that much sense, but I Book of Moon my own Star Eater because I thought, okay, this is going to protect it and I can change the battle position of the Star Eater this turn. So just flip it down. They go Floodgate Trap Hole, and now you can see some cool thing. Some small sequencing thing here. So if you have Anchor Drill, Nishipashi, you summon the Anchor Drill. If they Floodgate here, what you can do is special the Nishipashi, effect, target the drill, it's face up again. Now, if they keep the Floodgate for the Nishipashi, you just on summon of Nishipashi preemptively target itself. So if they Floodgate, then Floodgate is going to be chain link 2, flip it down, chain link 1, change the battle position, it goes to attack. So what if they keep the Floodgate after that though? You can go into Bourrée, and with Bourrée, you can summon another Nishipashi. So if they Floodgate the Bourrée, you can flip it up again, and as soon as you have Bourrée face up on the field, they cannot Floodgate you anymore because Bourrée can just switch anything back into face-up attack. So the Anchor Drill Nishipachi combo is very resilient to Floodgate Trap Hole, which has been a lot more prominent due to Phantom Knights. Alright, so I told you about the level 2 Karakuri being the 1-card starter, so this is a replay that just shows how you can do alternate plays, just because they have the 1 of a deck, which doesn't like play into your main combo, but it's just like very nice to have. So Mindscan Pegasus, and you can see here we actually don't have any back rows, so what do we do here? We just go in a Shishi, we can get the cash in. As you can see, we have the Kunamzan already in hand. If you didn't have Kunamzan, it would probably either be a tuner, so you can actually combo, or you have a tech, so it ends up on the same board, right? You would just search the Kunamzan, activate the tech. So just go into Beret, special summon the dog, set 1 and pass. I special the dog because Anchor Drill is just very good as a follow-up play, and the dog actually, if it's in face-up attack position and gets attacked, it cannot be destroyed, and if it's attacked and face-up attack, it goes to defense. So actually not that easy to out. Opponent is playing Harpies, and they just go Cyber Slash, attack, this goes to defense. They activate Forbidden Lands to bounce my Beret, and at that point I was like, okay, I want to keep my Beret, and I want to keep my Watchdog. So I just do it like this, negate it, and because I used the cash-in to switch my dog into defense to negate, and because of its own effect that changes the battle position, goes back into attack. So in the end, it does, through its own effect, it doesn't get destroyed. I keep the dog. I take some damage, but that's fine. They don't have any back row, which is very good for us. So we draw a card here. It's a Nishipachi, whatever. We go into Burrito. Burrito effect, special summon dog, activate Beret effect, switch the dog into attack, draw a card. We go beat down, and that's lethal. Alright, so I already told you about playing through flip effects, so this is a replay. This and the next replay are replays against flip effects. So we're up against Harpies once again, and we go first. And they are my most hated deck. It's the RNG Harpies, where either you draw the God hand or you don't. Our hand is Drill, one tech card, a tuner, and Kunamzan. So let's see what we can do with this. Go Nishipachi, Synchro into Beret, Beret special Ninishi. So at this point I was thinking, okay, I could just special this from hand, but I don't only have one tech. So what I do is I use Ninishi effect, tribute my Beret, and try to fish for something. So we go Burrito, special Nishi, switch to attack, draw a card. It's an Anchor Drill, can't do anything about it. But luckily they only have like the channeler play, so they set 2, and in this case I was like, okay, first I'm going to draw a card. Then I'm going to heavy forward. I should have actually, before I did that, I should have thinned the deck with heavy forward and then draw one card, but it is what it is. So I was thinking, okay, I want to play through flips, so Tunneler is also very good against flips, because you can tribute one Earth Machine type monster. This is a cost, so you can just tribute a face down Earth Machine. So if something is flipped down, you can just do Tunneler effect, tribute the monster, and then the flipped monster is gone, and then you can extend from there. So I'm going to normal summon Anchor Drill, and they actually have the Floodgate. Now, exactly what I said, I'm going to Tunneler, tribute the Anchor Drill, now I have a 5 and a 3. And the opponent decides to not do anything here and wait for my Synchro play. So I go for Burrito, effect, they go Floodgate again. I was like, sure, I'm going to go and Tunneler. I think I didn't have any Nishipashis left. Yeah, so that's why they could flip it down, but it's fine. So we just go shuffle, find some tech cards here. We don't. I just go into Onimaru and attack. going to sign. Another Harpy, Slash Lady, and set 1. So I normal summon Nishipashi, and this is floodgated, right? So we can still flip it up. They go Book of Moon and bounce my Onimaru, and I just go attack, and they're out of resources. You go Harpy's Last Duel and set a monster. We flip back up, level 4, Beret. And at this point it's just, we specialist in defense, use Beret to put it into attack so we can draw an extra card, set 1, beat down, and the opponent scoops. Alright, the next one is versus this, I think. It's also a Floodgate play. Yeah, so this is against Akiza, and I think this was Shiranui. So we go second, and they are on a 7-game win streak. So our hand is pretty good. Book of Moon combo. They go Skull, set 2, pass. And we draw another Anchor Drill, use the forward, get the Tunneler, normal summon Anchor Drill, special out Nishi, and they go Book of Moon onto the Nishi. We set a card and we don't attack. Why we don't attack is because they have the Tuner and Grave. I don't want to give them a synchro play. So because they can't run over the Anchor Drill, right? So I was like, okay, sure, your turn. They normal summon a Tuner, and I'm like, no. I don't want them to normal summon a Tuner. They just set another one and pass. So IMST, one of the back row. It's Ballista Squad, the Tribute the Tuner, target my Anchor Drill, fine. I'm going to Anchor Drill, effect, special, flip summon, Ninishi going to Beret, and they will floodgate the Beret. So as we learned before, the nice thing here is like, if you summon Beret and they floodgate then, you can actually dynamically decide like they show you the floodgate and then you decide what to special with Beret. So if you want the Ninishi for the normal line but can also go into Nishipashi, you can just alternate the line. So in this case we just go flip the Beret back up, go into Boredo, Boredo specials Kunamzan, switch it to attack, beat down, and go for game. Set 1, we should have set that, but like this is lethal, right? You can set some heavy forwards that you had extra as a bluff for MSTs, but yeah, just go beat down and just smack. And that's a 7-game win streak ended. Alright, so we have 2 more replays. Where are they? This one. This is versus Harpies again, but I think this was a better Harpy deck. It wasn't like 30 card pile, but it was Aporia for whatever reason. So 5-game win streak, and we go first. So we draw, heavy forward, Ina. So just go heavy forward, get the Tunneler, normal summon Merchant, get Kunamzan, Kunamzan effect, special, go into Beret, Beret effect, Tunneler effect. Now the thing about opening with the Merchant combo is Kunamzan locks you into Earth Machines, so you cannot actually resolve the Tunneler because you cannot synchro away the Boredo. But if you have this combo and you already have 2 techs in hand, then you don't even want to go Star Eater, because then you can get more card advantage out of Boredo. If Boredo sticks and with the back row you draw, it's not unlikely, you can actually snowball so much advantage. So we draw another card, it's another Floodgate, we are golden. We just set 2 cards and keep the MST for the counter push. So opponent goes MST on our cash-in, which is really good because now we still have the Disruption in Grave and we have a Floodgate triple. They normal summon Perfumer, we flip Floodgate, and they have the lands. So I was like, okay, what are they gonna do now? I'm going to go Egotist. We're basically at their mercy now. We have 1 defense switch, but the defense switch will trigger the Harpy Slash, so I don't really want to do that. So I just, at this case, hoped that the card in their hand was a back row and not something that would trigger the Harpy Slash. So they go Harpy Slash, and they have Oracle, so they have one card left in hand, and that's hopefully a trap, so that we can survive this turn. So they attack the Nishipashi. A lot of people actually do this. They just attack the Karakuris, which switch position, and then that triggers your Burrito, which is very funny. So I draw a card, and they get the Egotist back. So them attacking my Nishipashi also enabled the Tunneler. So we have a lot of options here. We draw a card, we have the dog, and I was like, okay, first I'm gonna see what I draw off my deck. So we shuffle back the good cards. Draw 2. Put the Burrito into defense to draw one more. And because I drew heavy forward and I have the dog, so I was like, okay, I can make another Bure play. And I can activate MST, get rid of the back row, which then disables the Harpy Slash. If they chain Harpy Slash to bounce my Burrito here, that's fine with me. I can extend into Oblivion with this hand. So I just go MST, and they actually decide to not bounce the Burrito, instead flip it because I already changed position. That's fair. So they flip it down. I go heavy forward. They still don't flip, and that's the last spell I'm activating this turn. So Anchor Drill, Special, go into Bure, Bure effect, Special, Nishi effect, put that to defense, flip back up the Burrito, go into Star Eater. Actually, should have just summoned the Bure in defense, didn't summon from deck, activate Bure effect to switch the Burrito into attack again, then go Kunamzan and switch the Bure into attack, and then I have 3 monsters. Also, because they flip down the Burrito after it used its effect, and I flip it back up, I can actually draw another card because it's a new instance of the card. So that would have been the correct play, but it's fine. What we just do here is, I'm going to Kunamzan, put the Burrito into defense, and I would attack with Kunamzan into the Harpy Slash, and with the Burrito into the Channeler, and then after the Harpy Slash is gone, I can use the Karakuri trap in the grave to put my Bure back into attack and have lethal anyway. But the correct line would have been not specialing with Bure. Okay, the last replay is just one of the many funny interactions that this deck has. We're up against Abyss Actors and we go first. So scary thing here, but we actually managed to pull out of it. So they are at the rank up game, Paul George fan, I assume. So you see Silvio and Silvio's show-stopping performance, so you know it's gonna be Abyss Actors. So Floodgate is kind of iffy against Actors because if they have the Superstar, we cannot Floodgate. So I'd rather have the Book of Moon here. But we have the MST, which is very good here. So we don't have a big combo, we just have basically Bure Pass, Bure Special Summon Kunamzan, and then I remembered, wait, Kunamzan switches position when attacked, so I should put it to defense. So I put it to defense and pass. So they start off with Madonna. I wait for them to pay 1000 life points, and then it goes the Space Typhoon. If this was Ishizu, I wouldn't have waited, I think. Or is it hard once per turn? Oh, no, you wait for the 1000 life points, definitely, because it's once per turn. So I just MST, basically negate the effect. They have another Madonna, but they cannot use it. They have a Twinkle Little Star, and I was like, okay, if they have Superstar here, I'm dead. That's just, they drew the one off, that's just how it is. But they special from deck, from extra deck, the Madonna, and one Rookie. Now Rookie is the line of defense for Abyss Actors, but in this case it's going to be the downfall, and you will see in a second. It's really funny. So they set a card, and this is Abyss Actors, so I assume this is MST or a script. I don't think this is going to be like a notable back row, but I still wanted to test, so I go and normal summon the dog, and I was like, okay, no delay here, so it's not a book or Floodgate. Maybe it's a battle trap, but what can you do? So now comes the funny replay. We actually use Bure to put Rookie into attack. Now, Madonna has like 2800 defense, and they have the scales up, and they have the Madonna to search next turn. So if I just clear the board here, they can actually search Superstar, Pendulum Summon from the extra deck, and just kill me from there. But since I assume the back row is just dead, I've put the Sassy Rookie in attack position, and Sassy Rookie says the first time this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, it is not destroyed. This is mandatory. So they cannot actually like let this just die. So what I do here, I went beatdown, and as you can see, this is 1500 damage, this is 900 damage. So this wouldn't be enough to kill them, but Dog has another effect is when you take battle damage from all battle involving this card, all face-up Karakuri monsters you control gain 800 attack and defense. So I just bump into the Sassy Rookie with the Dog, which then triggers the Dog to give all my monsters plus 800, and then I can swing over the Rookie once, 2300, and twice, 1700. This would actually be exact lethal even if they didn't pay. So I just used the Sassy Rookie against them. Yeah, this deck actually has a lot of fun little things it can do, which is why I like it so much. Alright, back to the list. Talking about like changes you can make, obviously you can use any tech that you like here. I was thinking of adding another Karakuri non-tuner, so you can sometimes special from the deck, because you will get stuck on too many tuners sometimes. But it just makes the deck more bricky. It sometimes has unplayable hands with just tuners, so I didn't like that. Extra deck, what you can also do is, you don't need a second Bure, usually it doesn't come up. This is the flex spot. You can use Onimaru as I did before, but I like Gergigan just before the... You have Dog and back row and you draw another Dog, and then the only thing you can do is Gergigan X. That you can do, or you can run for like Ninishi +3. That actually came up sometimes where I wished I had a rank 3 Xyz. Like Break Sword. Where is he? There. That's something you can do. So yeah, that's my Infinitrack Karakuri deck. Hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try it out. Let me know how it goes for you, and I'll see you guys next time.